Welcome to today's Coach's Corner. I'm Mike Van Hooser. For today's podcast episode, I wanted to talk about 4 qualities of great teams and how as a teammate or a leader, you can use these qualities to create the best team possible. So let's get right into the content, and I'm going to give you 4 C's for great teammates and what we see in great teams and what great individuals do to become a part of a great team. The first C is that they contribute. And I think great teammates know what they can contribute. They know their role. They make a contribution. They don't take away from the team, but they do what they do best. They don't try to be somebody else, but they bring their individual contributions to the team. And we'll talk about some other C's, but that becomes a bigger than just the individual qualities of a team. It's not just a collection of individuals. It becomes a sum of the parts, and the parts are greater when they come together versus just trying to individually do things. And so great teammates play for each other and they contribute what they can and they focus on their best. The second C is that they connect, and great teammates are connected. And so as they bring those individual contributions to the greater good of the team, they're connected in knowing each other's roles. You see it on the floor, whether you're watching a basketball team or a soccer team, or maybe it's a leadership team at work. You see how they're connected and how their individual parts come together for what we call collective excellence, or the excellence of the collection of the individuals. And so as you think about a great teammate, they're connected, they set each other up for success based on their contributions, based on their strengths, and based on their talents as well. So great teams connect on the court, they connect at work, they connect at home, and they're not just trying to do things against each other, but for each other and with each other. And so connection is really key, and it's a key not only to know their individual strengths, but to know the strengths of other people. So as a leader, it's important that you know the strengths of the people that you're with and then connect with those and connect those together as well. They basically come together as a puzzle piece and a solution to the overall solution to the performance puzzle. So the third C is that they communicate. So good teams will talk to each other, but great teams communicate effectively with each other. And so it's important that when things aren't going right or when they are going well, that you communicate and communicate in a constructive and positive way, not just yelling at each other or getting on to each other or just being general with each other and positive feedback, but making sure that you're communicating specifically and timely, and that they focus on giving the right communication at the right moment. And if something needs to be corrected, they communicate that in a constructive and effective way. But they also give positive feedback to say, hey, when you did that, that was great, and keep doing that. And so great teams don't shy away from communication. They embrace it as a part of making the team greater. And then the fourth thing is related to all of these other 3 C's. They champion each other. And so really this is about forming a championship mindset and encouraging each other. So they champion each other. They celebrate when each other has a success. I've seen teams that get upset when another individual has success or they're not getting the playing time that they have. But great teams, whether you're on the bench or playing or as a part of the team, that they champion the efforts of other people and they celebrate team and individual success. And so when you're doing that, you have an abundance mentality and not a scarcity mentality. And great teams have an abundance mentality. They champion and encourage each other, which leads to a championship mindset. It leads to a championship culture. And it also leads towards championships and winning and having success and impact as a great team as well. And I'll give you a bonus kind of C that fits into there as well. When you're doing these 4 C's, when you're contributing as a teammate, when you're connected as team members, when you're communicating effectively together, and when you're championing each other as well, that builds that culture. And I love what the Baylor basketball team talks about in creating a culture of joy. And that's definitely led to championships for them. And I think in life, creating that culture of joy is important, because when you're enjoying what you do, when you're enjoying the process and you're moving towards a goal, but you're enjoying the journey as well, you're going to unleash your talent both individually and as a team. And so those 4 C's can lead to building the right culture with your team. So as a leader, just a couple of questions to think about as you embrace these 4 C's and this 5th C of building the right culture. As a leader, how are you looking at your team and setting them up for success? Are you focusing on these C's of connection and communicating and contributing and building that culture and championing each other? How can you encourage the teammates that you have, and how can you bring their strengths to the forefront to help set them up for success? And as a teammate, are you focusing on these? Or what's one thing that you can do, maybe focusing on one of the C's today, to become a great teammate and to have an abundance mentality that you contribute to an overall culture of joy where you're focused on success and not just your own individual aspirations? Again, the goal is collective excellence. How can you bring the contributions of individuals together to be greater than the sum of its parts individually? So focus on these things today. Think about that this week as a leader or as a teammate of a great team. And I think you'll find success and impact and find the experience a lot better than when you're trying to just go at something and do it yourself, or you're trying to focus on being somebody else. Be your best, bring your best to that team, and focus on building a great team. As always, make the most of the moments in your life and make it a great day.